Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Vlogmas! Happy Vlogmas, everyone! Day 1, and it's my very first Vlogmas. I'm doing it. Am I crazy for doing this? I don't know. I guess we'll find out by Christmas if I'm like totally burned out or not. So bear with me. We'll get through it together. But welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. My name is Amelia. If you are new here, which I'm sure most of you are because this is a fairly new channel for me, but I'm so excited. Today's vlog, we're gonna talk about, we know that the holidays can be very hard to stay on track with like health and wellness, right? So my goal in today's video is to kind of like help walk you guys through and give you guys some tips on how you guys can manage that and how to stay on track with your health and wellness and fitness goals. As you can tell, I'm currently in my car and it is only, what time is it? 4:58 and it's this dark out. Like, I have my car light on to try to give you guys some sort of light in here. But I'm on my way to spin class right now. So this kind of touches on like the first topic that I want to bring up to you, which is staying in your routine. Like, that is so important. If you guys already have some sort of fitness routine, whether it is if you're a spin girl, if you're a Pilates girl, if you're a weightlifting girl, if you're a runner, whatever your like drug of choice, what I don't want to say that, but like whatever your like fitness of choice is, stick with it. Or if you want to switch it up and like you're getting bored and you want to find something else to do it. But as long as you're getting out there and getting your body moving, it's super important. Especially like I'm looking at my dash right now and it says it's 37 degrees outside. It's freezing. That's why I have like this fuzzy jacket on. It's so cold and it's so easy for our bodies and our joints and our muscles to like just get so tight and tense up. It's so important to just keep our body moving and keep those muscles and joints warm. And that's just going to overall contribute to helping us make us feel our best and feel good throughout the holidays, right? So it's important to just stay on your fitness routine, or just keep a routine of some sort. So we're going to start this day off with, well, no, it's like I said, it's like 5 o'clock. We're going to start this vlog off by heading to spin class. So let's go. Okay, I'm home. Workout, spin class is done and dusted. I did not get to film any of it because it is pitch dark in there. Like, they don't leave any lights on, like, except for like the little strip lighting at the bottom. So I was not able to film any. Well, I got like the first 30 seconds of class before we actually like really started to get going. So anyway, I'm still freezing, which is why I have my coat on. So I might film the rest of this sitting down chatting with you guys while wearing my coat until I warm up. So let's sit down, get all cozy, and I will finish chit-chatting with you guys. Thumbnail. Okay. So I cheated a little bit and I wrote a bunch of notes down in my phone because I'm a type A personality and I like to plan everything out in my life ahead of time. So getting back into just tips and tricks for how to stay on track with your health, wellness, fitness, all of that throughout the holiday season. Because let's be honest, it can be tricky, whether it's stress related or just the fact that there's so many activities, there's so many parties, there's lots of goodies and treats, cookies, baking, like all of that kind of stuff, right? It can be really hard to stay on track. So there's no reason to beat yourself up over it. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's totally fine. But there's some tricks and tips that I have that can help you along the way with at least trying to stay on track. So I started off talking about earlier in the vlog with just staying and sticking with your current fitness routine. Whether that's something that you already do, whether you're a spin girly, you're a Pilates girly, you're a runner, or whatever. Or if you're just like in a rut and you feel like you need to change things up a bit, totally fine, as long as you're just staying active, right? So I touched on that, and now that I feel like I'm like still catching my breath after spin class. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? But I already talked about all of that. So that's step number 1, right? Step number 2, or tip number 2, I would say, is balance. So you want to make sure that you're just reminding yourself that it's all about balance. It's okay to eat the dang cookies, okay? Don't beat yourself up over it. If you spend most of your time worrying about like if things are going to fit into your macros, or only eating clean, whole, nutritious foods, and you stress out so much over like missing out on some of the goodies, or like even if it's something like an alcoholic drink, like one drink out, like while you're out on a night out with friends, don't beat yourself up over the head with it. Like, it's okay to have a little bit of balance. It's okay to enjoy the finer things in life. Like I said, eat the dang cookie if you want a dang cookie. It's not going to be the end of the world. They have that 80-20 rule for a reason. Like, if you spend 80% of your time, or your 80% of your diet is made up of like the whole nutritious, like you're putting your effort into the healthy side of things, it's okay for 20% of it to be like not so healthy. Like, it's totally fine. You're like, it's not gonna throw off your entire your goals entirely. It's not going to, as long as you're also keeping up with the exercise portion of it, as long as you're keeping your body moving. And it's the holiday season, so don't forget that this is also time to enjoy spending with your friends and your family. So you don't want to miss out on some of those fun things, like all of the appetizers and the foods and the desserts and everything that are offered at parties, because you're so focused on your health and fitness goals. So that's something to keep in mind, is just remembering that it's all about balance this holiday season. Another tip that I have is drink your water. It can be really, really easy, especially in the colder months, to not drink enough water and to get really dehydrated, because, and I'm totally guilty of this, like I'm the first one, I'll raise my hand. I love my coffee, especially in the winter, a nice hot cup of coffee, and I don't even know if it's just that it's coffee, or if it's just that I love like the idea of having a nice cup of like a hot beverage in my hands. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just, it's so easy for me to fall into that, and then I totally forget to drink my water. But like, I always have a water bottle near me at all times. Like right now I have this because this is what I brought with me to spin class, but normally I have my big Stanley cup with me in the house at all times to make sure that I'm staying hydrated. And that's also going to help with feeling nice and satiated, feeling full. Making sure that you are hydrated does actually really help with that. So, and it's also important for, I mean, it's no secret, everybody talks about it all the time, that being hydrated and drinking your water helps with clear skin. It helps with digestive issues, gut issues, like all of that. So it is important to maintain your drinking habits. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Also, make sure that you are getting enough sleep every night. Make sure that during this time you're also prioritizing sleep. Getting enough sleep every night is going to ensure that you're well rested, so that the next day you have enough energy. I know that this time of year, a lot of people struggle with energy, mainly because they're not getting that vitamin D. They're not getting sunlight. Our days are shorter, right? So make sure that you're getting enough sleep so that you have enough energy to get you through that next day. Sleep is so important, and going along with that, I want to say that it's essential to make sure that you have a solid nighttime routine. Find something that works for you, because it looks different for everybody. So I know for me, like, and it also can change. Like, it doesn't have to be the same routine like every single night. As long as you have some sort of something that's going to help you unwind and just sort of like get into that mode where your body's decompressing and it's calming down and it's getting ready to go into that restful state. For me, like, after I'm done eating dinner, I take my shower, I do my skincare, and then I like to spend some quality time with my husband, whether that's watching a movie or something like that. And then once I start to feel my body getting tired, I then come upstairs and I'll spend some time reading a book or journaling or something of that nature before I eventually fall asleep. I've also listened to a podcast recently where they talk about this thing called candlelight Pilates, which sounds so interesting to me, and I really want to give it a try. Literally, you just turn out all the lights in your bedroom, light one candle, and you just do some sort of like Pilates, yoga, stretching, or something like that. And it apparently has changed this girl's life. Like, I seriously am considering adding it to my nighttime routine. It just sounds so stinking relaxing. Oh, and another thing that I have, you can't see it because it's like behind the pillows there, is we have a Hatch machine. The Hatch sound machine. It like helps, it's just so soothing. I don't know, I forget what sound that we currently have it set to. I think it's like crickets chirping or something like that. It's some kind of like weird outdoorsy noise like that. But it's just so like, I don't know, just having that little but like faint background noise really helps like relax me and put me to sleep. And I love that it's also like a gentle wake up in the morning because it's like the sunrise. I don't know. I love that thing. I will leave a link for it in the description box below for you. But having a solid nighttime routine will actually really help if you have trouble falling asleep. So I highly recommend. If you are having trouble with staying on track with your health, fitness, nutrition goals, or anything, a big thing that's going to help you is to have an accountability partner, or something that I like to call accountability buddy. I forget where I heard that term before. I think it was like a previous coworker or previous manager or somebody told me about this term, and it has just stuck with me ever since. And I like to call my husband my accountability buddy, and I say that I am the same for him. So essentially, you're just you're holding each other accountable for reaching your goals and sticking with your goals. And this can be said for anything in life, like whether it is financial, whether it's health related, whether it's career related, like this could be said for anything, right? So he has asked me to be his accountability buddy for his health and fitness goals. So he's been trying to focus on eating clean right now. So if I see that he's starting to like fall off the bandwagon a little bit, I'll say, well, you said you were going to start eating clean, so I don't think that that's a very clean meal there. And like, he gets upset at first a little bit, like, oh my God, he'll get upset. But at the same time, I'll go, I'm your accountability buddy. I'm just holding you accountable. Like, I said that little like reminder, and he's like, okay, you're right. Yeah, I got you. Just having that person in your life, and it doesn't have to be like your partner. It can be your best friend, your parent, a sibling, like whoever. If you have a roommate, like whoever, just have a conversation with them, ask them to be your accountability buddy, and it will help you. Like, it's that little added support. This next tip kind of goes off of the whole like balance and 80-20 thing that I was talking about before. Yes, it does have to do with balance, but it also doesn't. You want to make sure that you are setting realistic expectations for yourself. So, I mean, yes, it's good to have balance, but you don't want to overindulge, right? So like, yes, enjoy the cookies, but that doesn't mean that when you go and bake cookies that you go and eat all of them in the same night, right? So just make sure that you're setting realistic expectations for yourself, so you know that you have parties coming up. You know that you're going to be going to see relatives on on the holidays, you know that there's going to be certain days where there's going to be like foods that normally you wouldn't eat. You know that you're going to be going out on this night, and you're going to be enjoying a few beverages with some friends, you know, like, you know that these things are going to be coming up. So plan for them ahead and just set those expectations so that you know, like, it's okay. Like, I know these things are going to come up, so I'm fitting them into my, we'll call it health budget. So you're fitting them into your health budget. So it's a realistic expectation that these things are going to be like in your nutrition now. And it's okay that if you step on the scale and you see that number fluctuate, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can totally get back on track the next day. Like, it's okay. I don't want you to beat yourself up, because, like, yes, health is absolutely important, but so is spending time with your friends and your family and these holidays. Because let me tell you something, not every day is promised, and we don't know how, like, not every day on this earth is promised. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to have all of these same people in our lives that we do today. So it's important, especially during the holidays, to make sure that you're spending and enjoying and soaking up all of the time with them as possible. You know, we don't know. So I saw this thing online once, and it always stuck with me. It was, take a look at the dinner table, take a look at everyone around the dinner table at, you know, this holiday, and remember all of the faces that you see, because you don't know if you're going to see all of the, I'm getting like emotional, because you don't know if you're going to see all of those same faces the next year. And that kind of really stuck with me, because that's what the holidays are really all about. You don't know who's going to be there the next year, and soaking up that present moment with your friends, your family, and everyone that is surrounding you at that table is the most important part of the holiday. So don't take those moments for granted. You know, those moments, that's what you should be cherishing, not worrying about what's on your plate or what's in your cup. So just set those realistic expectations for yourself. Okay. Now that I just had a moment, we're good. Okay. And to wrap up my few pieces of advice that I have for you, and this one is pretty basic, but create a successful environment for yourself. And what I mean by this is, take a look at your fridge and take a look at your pantry, and make sure that you are putting only the things in there that are in there. What am I trying to say? Make sure that you only stock up on the things that are going to benefit your goals. So what I mean by that is, in your fridge, stock up with the fruits and the vegetables. And also go take that a step further. Chop up all of your vegetables and your fruits. Cut them all up and put them into little containers, so that when you go to make a meal or a snack, it's already pre-cut, so that's one less step that you have to go prepare that meal. In your pantry, eliminate all like the snacks, like sugary snacks, like high fat snacks, like all, you know, all like the really, I don't want to say bad, that's not a good word to use, but the like processed foods, like eliminate all of that stuff. Because if it's in your fridge or if it's in your pantry, that's going to be temptation for you. That's going to be the first thing that you actually reach for. So if it's not there, there's no temptation. You're eliminating the temptation completely. So replace it with something that's actually going to be beneficial to your goals, something that's actually going to fuel your body, something that's actually going to be beneficial. So replace it with like almonds or cashews or any other kind of a quick snack, rice cakes and almond butter and things like that. Replace them with the healthier options so that those are what you reach for instead. If you're a chocolate person, do something that's like 75% or higher cacao, like a little candy bar, and only take like a little portion of it. Changing these little things here and there like that are going to help you tremendously with staying on track this holiday season. just remember that the holidays don't have to be a stressful time of year. Just stick to the basics and you'll be fine. Be realistic and don't be hard on yourself. Remember, we're meant to enjoy this life and live it for as long as possible. Yes, maintain your health and well-being, but don't forget to enjoy your life too. The holidays are about enjoying time with your friends and your family and all of your loved ones. Just soak it all in and live in the moment. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I hope that what I said resonates with you in some degree, in some fashion. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and like the video below. All right. First Vlogmas is in the books. Oh my gosh. All right. This is fun. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow for day 2. If you have not already, please click that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.